Howdy from my vacation. I just wanted to let you guys know to go check out Hal Dimond. If you enjoy this podcast, go check out my boy Hal Dimond at the links in the description. He just started streaming again recently, and I wanted to promote the hell out of his stuff. So go follow him and watch his stuff. He's a fun dude to chat with. So yeah, go check him out. Also check out the Patreon as well. We've got a lot of stuff coming out this month, coming up in September. So lots of stuff on the horizons. Enjoy the podcast with my old buddy Hal. We've been friends for a long time, so it is a riot. You guys will enjoy. Thanks for watching.
We had to remove his testicles before he was allowed out to the world.
Okay, cool. All right, 3. Are you ready? Do you want to? Is there anything you need to adjust? Just one final pass. You get a third microphone. Get a third microphone. Get another camera.
Don't test me, Josh. I do have a third microphone. I will put it out.
I hope you do. I hope you do. So I assume we're good to start.
I don't know. Are you? Are we good to start?
Listen. I'm just gauging what you're.
You tell me.
Oh my god! Was that a Rock Band microphone?
Are we good to?
From the game Rock Band. It is. It is. It absolutely is. Dude, that was my first ever microphone ever for YouTube. I don't know how many people know that, but that was that was you. Yeah, that's probably why you have that.
This is the one you gave me.
Oh my god, that's the exact one I gave you. I had two. I had a backup, and Hal was like, "Oh my god, these mics sound great. They're like $10," and I was like, "Here, you can have one."
And I still do.
Dude, listen, that was like seriously the highest quality microphone you could get back then.
Yep.
That was seriously the highest quality microphone you could get back then, and it worked for Let's Plays. It was stream. I was gonna say it works for streams, but that wasn't really that much of a thing yet.
It had no business being as good as it was.
Right?
Why was this so good? It was just a tiny. Whatever is inside this tiny little thing. I mean, it shows up as a Logitech mic, so that kind of gives it away a little bit.
I suppose it had to be good just because it is a music game, right? Like, it had to be somewhat accurate so that, like, it could pick up all the, frequencies and tones and shit. I don't know. Sound. But,
no.
I mean, right? Like, I feel like it had to be. It was way better than it should have been for the time, for sure. Especially for how cheap it was to get a replacement, too. Because they just made so many of those singing games and all this, like, oh, what was the other one? Just like,
Sing.
I don't know. Yes.
I think it was.
There was a game called Sing. The one I was thinking of was High School Musical, the game.
Or are you thinking of that's a whole different.
I had one of my mics break from Rock Band, and I had to replace it, and it just it had a thing. I think it might have said Konami on the side of it, but if it didn't, it definitely said it's High School Musical on the side of my Let's Play mic. That's great. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. It's Hal Dimond, everybody. There's clapping. There isn't clapping, but I'm clapping. Hello. Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yep.
The studio audience is the sleeping Cubone. Oh, wait, what's his name again?
Real happy to be here.
What's his name?
Ain't you, bud? No?
Is his name Joe? Like your friend? That'd be hilarious.
Oh, he's not even in prank.
Now he is. Introducing Hal's cat, Frank. What's his name? Frankie?
Huh?
Frankie. That's the name of the cat, right?
No, it's Bruce. You're way off.
I was taking a wild stab in the dark.
Yeah.
I also didn't realize you didn't have your headphones on. I asked like 3 times, and I was like, why isn't he giving me the name of the cat? Like, I feel like that's quick. I'm like, what's the name of the cat, Hal? You had your headphones off the whole time.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows his name. I call him Bruce, but who knows? It could be Frank. It could be Frankie.
Bruce. Dude, welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure to have you. This is the 10th episode of the podcast, which is like a kind of a milestone. It feels like it should be more, but I started the podcast in 2020, and then I took like a 6 to 8 month break.
There was a slight, global hiccup. There
there was a global hiccup, and there was also like I went to the hospital for some mental stuff, and it was like a whole thing, man. Like, boy howdy, but we're back, man, back full and bushy as ever.
Yep.
Talking about
like a bush.
Talking about beards, specifically.
Is that the topic for today? Beards.
The topic for today is beards. I want to learn about beards, man. I have this, but this is just to like make my face less round. So like,
I thought you said less drowned.
Well, my face is less drowned.
Yeah.
So what is it like having a beard? How does it feel walking around with a big bushy freaking lumberjack beard?
I tend not to give it much thought because it's kind of always there, but I suppose it's kind of like wearing a sock on your face. You know the difference between being barefoot and wearing a sock?
Yes.
You know where that feels? It's
yes.
like that.
I do prefer wearing socks.
Yeah.
So
imagine
you prefer having a sock on your face as opposed to bare face.
I'm just lazy.
Do you ever do you have to like trim it up and like clean it up and stuff and maintain it?
Yeah, I mean every now and then.
It looks pretty good. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It looks good.
I've been told I'm quite gifted with the beard game. It's quite even, I suppose, and it's not that hard to trim and keep in shape. Again, it's not something I give that much thought on. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's making me feel weird that I have a lot of hair.
You don't have to think about the beard too much because the beard has its own mind. It has its own brain.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know who told you that, but that's not true
that's
at all.
How that worked.
No.
That's not how that works. The
no,
beard brain?
Your hair doesn't have brain.
Not today, it doesn't. But when
maybe that's where the saying hair-brained comes from. If you're hair-brained.
Hair-brained? I know I've heard that, but like I don't know how long it's been since I last heard that. Yeah, well, people say hair-brained schemes, right? Like my scheme is a hair-brained. What does that mean, though?
It means that your hair thought of it instead of your actual own brain.
Oh.
By this logic that we've created.
I don't like this logic. I don't understand it. I came up with it though, so I don't know what's happening here. That's par for the course, though.
I suppose that the trade-off tends to be with having a good brain. The
trade-off with having a good brain is
apparently the trade-off of having a good beard is not having a good brain. Because the words, you know, your hair's it's got to be in kind of one place when it comes to the head, and as you can see, my hair is doing the thinning.
Yeah, well, you know, see, that's the thing, right? If you got the thin hair and you do the beard, it's the cherry. You do the cherry with the beard.
It's why. That's why I hate people who are like that made no sense whatsoever. If you do the thin hair with the beard, it's the cherry.
What I'm saying is,
Mwah.
It looks good. It looks a good look on you. Anyway,
it's why I'm very, very like jealous and envious of you. You see them around every now and then, folks with the full head of hair, but also the beard.
Oh, yeah, dude. See, I got the hair, but I don't got the beard. So, but those people, those gifted motherfrickers. I can swear. I don't know why I said motherfrickers, but you know, you can swear. Bastards.
Good. I'm glad I can swear.
Yes,
fuckers.
You can swear. Yes, fuckers. You can swear as much as you like. So Hal. So we once upon a time. Just to give the audience a sort of an idea of what's going on here, you and I have been friends for a very long time. 13 years?
Yes.
14? So I wanted to invite you on the podcast for a couple of reasons. One, you're a good friend, and our conversations are hilarious. And two, we have attempted podcasts together before.
Yes.
We did
long time ago.
We did one called the Friend Code Suck podcast, FCS.
Yes.
Yep. which was
Which
great.
in itself was a reincarnation of
Exactly. It was a
of
reincarnation
a YouTube channel.
yes, of a collab YouTube channel that you and I had together.
Yep.
And so it's just been so long. Like this whole thing, this conversation here today is like a 10-year journey.
Mm.
Isn't that wild? It's like a 10-year journey. We've been through so much in the last 10 years, Hal.
I wonder I've lost my hair.
That's okay. You got the power of the beard, so
Yes.
it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off.
Mm.
Got the beard power. I think you're my first bearded guest.
Oh no, Logic
Besides
Pro
Brooke,
decided
of
to
course. Oh, Logic is up. Yeah, you're also the only guest that I've ever seen put their logo behind them. That I like that. It looks nice, actually. It's very. I'm gonna start doing that. I should like on this door here, just have a sign. It's like Josh Jepson. But I got this one here, so.
Yeah, it's right. It's right. No,
it's right there. Yeah.
You should get one of those. What are they called? The things that, like the neon bar signs.
Oh, I want to get one.
At first glance, they're like, "This is tacky as hell," but then it warms on you.
Yeah, I want to get one. I've always wanted like a neon sign. Like, also, it would look really dope in here, like without this light on, just chilling. Because I've got LEDs in here. I got purple LEDs all over the place, and so whenever the lights are off, it's all like purple in here. Imagine just having like a big like purple or blue sign back here that's just a Jepson, just like the logo here. Like make it look exactly like that, but Jepson.
Yeah,
it's glowing
with proper neon tubes.
Oh, it would be so cool.
Classy.
Somebody's got to make one. Got to find somebody that can do a custom one for me. I think they're probably pretty pricey though.
Yeah, they're like $1,000 each at least.
Oh God, no! I got to get.
Not that I've looked up at all.
I got to get crowns on my teeth first. Then we'll think about the sign. So I went to the dentist today, and they're like, "Yeah, you have not one but two crowns that are necessary. You better do that soon." And I'm like, insurance in America. And the woman behind the desk is like, insurance in America. And then I'm like, I'll see you.
Everyone in the waiting room is like, insurance in America.
So long story short is I'm not getting crowns on my teeth anytime soon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a pricey deal, but you know, once I get the crowns, I will feel really good because then I will be royal, right? That makes me royal twice. If I have two crowns, I'm twice times royal.
Due royalty.
Due royalty.
Yeah. Dual royalty. You can't say it without sounding drunk.
Royalty. Yeah, you're right.
A sober mouth is not supposed to make those kind of shapes. Dual royalty.
I was streaming the other night and people were like, "Is Josh drunk?" And me and Brooke were just playing Mario Party or whatever, and I was just like, I would say one word and then like laugh to myself, and then I would say something. You know, it was that kind of like it was late at night and I was kind of getting tired. I was a little loopy and I was like, like, oh man, Bowser, oh god, and then I would just laugh, and everybody's like, are you drunk? I'm like, no.
Quietly chuckling to yourself as you lapse into dementia.
Yeah, I just laugh at myself, and I'm gonna until the day I die. I'm gonna see. That's the great thing about making content on the internet, right? Is like when I'm old and like I can't remember anything, I can go back and look at myself and be like, "Wow, that guy's so funny. Who is that?" I want to get to know that guy.
Such a bleak outlook. But
I have
to listen. Merits.
This is my biggest fear. That's my number one fear is not being able to remember anything. Because it's like that's your whole identity, right? Your whole identity is your memories and your being from like living your life, and you look back and you're like, "Oh, that was me."
Most of the time when I do that, I shudder though.
Yeah, that's part of it. It's part of the human condition, I think.
Yeah. And most of the time the times that I do that is like 3 in the morning when I'm trying to get to sleep.
Oh yeah, yeah. You look into the ceiling and you're like, oh yeah,
Your
I remember
brain's
that.
like, hey, do you remember that time you shat yourself at a swimming pool? That was fun. Let's replay that memory 5 times over.
Did that happen to you? Did that happen to you, Hal?
It was a hypothetical.
All right. Well, now I gotta ask though.
I hope.
I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Have you ever shat yourself?
I mean, who hasn't?
Okay. Better question. How recent?
Yes.
How recently have you shat yourself?
Well, the thing is, like, if you don't count last year, because obviously last year there were lots of health problems about.
Yeah, don't. Before 2020.
Before 2020, in a good few years.
Pre 2020. It's it's been a couple of years at least.
Yeah, it's been a few years. I think I reached my peak at university, and then reached my lowest point.
Listen, I feel like you're
time.
not living if you don't poop yourself at least once a year.
I think if you can avoid pooping yourself in a year span, then I think you're succeeding.
No, I don't accept that logic.
No,
I think it's like a challenge almost. Like,
yeah.
can I shit myself this year?
So Josh, tell me, have you shat yourself this year?
No, I'm not very good at that. I don't have that talent. So, some people do. I don't have that talent. I haven't pooped myself since I was like 5 years old. I remember because I was out on the playground and I had to get into the school and it was impossible. School is not a great place to shit your pants, man. Nowhere is, but at least if you're at home, that's something. You can take care of that.
Yeah, that's the thing. And yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how we got on this topic, but we're moving on now. Let's talk about video games now, because games. This is not strictly a video game podcast, but I do like video games, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you like video games also.
Yes.
Maybe. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
good.
It's like a 70% yes.
Okay. That's pretty good. Good. Since we last spoke, one game in our favorite franchise of all time has come out. Do you know what that game is?
No.
It's Ratchet and Clank, Hal.
Oh.
I haven't played it.
Yes.
And I don't.
No, me neither.
I assume you haven't played it either. I haven't played it yet. I own it. I have not played it. But I just wanted to say, it is so incredible that we are
at 2021.
Yeah, it's 2021, and we're getting a new Ratchet and Clank game, and Sony is like promoting the hell out of it. Like, it's not even like the remake where they just like, oh, here it is. There's the movie. The movie will promote it.
Yep.
This is the whole nether bag of worms, man. They're like properly bringing back Ratchet and Clank.
They are going hard with the promotion. Yeah. I spend far too much time on Instagram just kind of getting trapped in a story like wormhole, and I don't think I can go a day without seeing a story regarding Ratchet and Clank.
I know. My whole Twitter feed is full of it all the time. Yep. Or at least it was when it was like first coming. I mean, it's been out for a couple months now, I think, but like, oh my God, I'm so. If it wasn't so impossible to purchase a PS5, it would be even better. Exactly. That's like one of the big freaking things right now. Like, so many people are pissed because it's like, oh man, I saw it. What's that?
I was gonna say, would you have preferred it to have been cross-platform, or are you glad it's a PS5 exclusive?
I think I'm glad it's a PS5 exclusive.
Cross-generation, I should say.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm glad it's a PS5 exclusive because they can fully take advantage of the hardware. If they had to put it on the PS4 also, I think it would have been just not as good. And it looks like there's a lot of things that just wouldn't be possible on the PS4, like the fact that you're like they have all these like really huge interconnected worlds and you're like going through portals and stuff, like all that stuff that they showed in the trailers, all that stuff is real time, and like you're going to a whole new world, and there's no loading. Freaking, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, loading has been a thing, right, for like a long time, and then this generation comes along and loading is not, it's gone for consoles.
It's gone.
Except for the Switch. I mean, if you're playing the Switch.
Yeah. Well, if you're playing something that isn't first party on the Switch, because I think the first party Switch loading screens on a Switch games aren't too bad. But
no, they're not too bad. Yeah.
Super cool. That's good. The fact that it's funny. So I recently, because when you said, a game in our favorite franchises has come out, I generally had to stop and think, because this year's been pretty damn good in terms of favorite franchises and new installments or new editions coming out. And I generally had to stop and think what you were talking about. One of which, Pokemon's coming out. Pokemon Snap has come out. Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. Yeah.
And the thing I was going to say is in regards to loading screens, is the loading screens so I was bought on PS4. The loading screens are all right. I think I kind of realize through playing that sometimes like the loading screens were almost too short. So that like the animation or whatever it was, the actual screen itself didn't have a time to play through, and it kind of like the game went, oh shit, no, we're ready now. Okay. No. So it would like, and then I ended up busting out my PS3 to get it ready to record something the other day, and just while I was testing recording it, I just popped onto Mass Effect 2, and the loading screens in that are a good like 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes, yeah.
Didn't Mass Effect do like some stuff with loading screens where they had dialogue and stuff during loading, like with the elevators and stuff?
Well, the first one did. They kind of abolished it in the second and third.
Oh, okay.
There were little bits here and there in the second and third, but usually it was just like a loading screen. But yeah, I think that was the first thing I mentioned. Noticed it in the first one. Like the loading screens would be so long, you'd have this whole dialogue, and then there'd still be a bit to wait after it.
Yeah.
But like I was playing it, and like the elevator got to where it was going, and then they were still talking. I was like, and I don't know whether it's,
and they give you the option to skip it in the new one, in the Legendary Edition. So it's like even then you get in the elevator, you click a button, you're at the top, and they're like starting the conversation.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. I don't know whether anyone else has seen this, but a couple of times I kind of waited to hear the conversation. The lift got to where it wanted to go. The door opened. I left, and the characters stayed in the lift to carry on talking.
They're not ready to go yet. They're
not ready to go. Yeah, they're having like a real deep heart to heart. And I didn't want to. Sorry, like
Shepard, where are you going, man? Where are you going? Hey, we're talking, Shepard. Get back here, bro. Get in the elevator. Come on, let's go. We'll ride it back down and back up again. Come on, let's go.
That's exactly it. It kind of goes to show how far kind of like the loading screens have gone. Like in Mass Effect 3, there's like a door in the ship that it's like it's basically like an airport scanner, right?
Yeah.
And it's to kind of split up the two major parts of the ship. And I genuinely couldn't remember this. In the original, you stay in this scanner, and it goes over you like 4 or 5 times. In this one, you stop, and then in the Legendary Edition, you stop for a split second, it passes over, and you go on, and it kind of just looks like Shepard trips. It just goes, whoop, and then it just goes,
nah. Just a little jump, little boom, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. There's so many games that do like fun things with the loading, and that's just totally gone now in this generation. Like there's just loading isn't Like it's another great example of like the comparison between like the old loading and the new loading is the
Yep.
Spider-Man game. I don't know if you played that. I haven't played it, but I've seen because that one released on PS5 and PS4. The new Spider-Man,
This Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. Thank you. That I forgot.
Yep.
Forgot the yes. That one in the PS4 version, you could be like in a building and you like. You know, and you're flying through with your web. I forgot what that was called for a second there. And then you go, and then it stops when you go out the hole in the building.
Oh no!
Totally not even anything like they just whoop, you're gone out and into the city. Nothing in between, and you can go right back. And it's just why that's so cool. That's so cool that we've gotten that far with the power of the consoles and gaming that we can just totally abolish loading entirely.
Any kind of like stutter or any, it's a stop in gameplay.
Yeah, it is. And
Like,
you know, and developers have found ways to make that fun, like having stuff available to like a mini game or something on the loading screen to like keep you pushing buttons and occupied. But that's not even a necessary thing anymore. They can just give you experience after experience, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
I wonder if it's like they took the because there's been a few games where there's been like a corridor or like a middle bit between two levels. I mean, Jak and Daxter springs to mind.
Yeah,
where you go from level to level, and sometimes there's an elevator, sometimes there's a little cutscene, but most of the time there is just like a narrow hallway or something like that to hide the loading. And I wonder if they like started from that and just made that hallway slower and slower and slower.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's gone.
It's just a doorway, and then the doorway is gone. Oh man, I see. Okay, I'm glad you brought up Jak because I feel like that's a franchise that would benefit from being revisited today. Because like I feel like the scale of Jak 2 and 3 for a PS2 game, like the scale of those games was actually like pretty huge. I felt.
Yeah, it was a little bit of quantity over quality in some regards.
Which is why I think it should be revisited.
Yeah. Do you not think that it's been so long now, though, that one might be just let it sleep kind of thing? Because obviously Ratchet and Clank never stopped.
That's true. Yeah, they kept releasing them.
And Sly, which is like the third of the trifecta, had like one, and then didn't something come out more recently?
There was Sly 4, and that came out, and then no, I don't think there's anything else after that, as far as I'm aware. Besides like just like a re-release of the HD ports of the like they've re-released that game a couple of times now on different consoles, I think, like the original 3.
But Jak just had a hard stop, and I think it's one of those things where like, if it were to be made now, would it live up to well over a decade worth of expectations?
Well, okay, well, look to
expectations.
No, I get what you're saying. Look to Crash and Spyro. Look at Crash and Spyro. Okay,
yeah.
So there's two examples of decades-old games coming back, doing a really fantastic job of remaking the originals, and not in the case of Spyro, unfortunately, but Crash got a fourth game that was really good. So
I have not played it yet. When you say not Spyro, unfortunately, what you mean the remake was you find the remake not good?
I mean no, I'm saying that Spyro didn't get a fourth, like a new on top of
yet. As of yet.
You've been streaming a lot of Spyro 2, right?
Yeah, we blitzed through the trilogy. Yeah.
Oh, you finished the whole thing? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
frick, man. I still haven't played 3.
You're fine. Don't worry about that one.
2 is really good, man. 2 is really good.
2 is the best. Yeah.
2 is the best. Although, here's the thing, though. I have heard from people, big Sonic fans, Spyro fans.
Well, why is this relevant? Who fucking cares about Sonic fans?
Well, Sonic is relevant because they just announced that Knuckles is going to be in the Sonic 2 movie. Knuckles. Sonic 2 and Knuckles. Yeah, they just posted. It's on Twitter, all over Twitter. It just happened like an hour ago. They're like, hey, Knuckles is coming to the second movie. Get excited. But I'm just excited for more Jim Carrey. Oh God, Ugandan knuckles, you mean?
You got it. That's it. This was the way.
Ugandan knuckles. I just remember that one meme from. It wasn't even a meme, just a screenshot or a picture, I guess, of a business sign. I don't remember what the business was. I think it was like a grocery store or like a dentist office or some shit like that. And it just had Ugandan knuckles on the sign. That was their logo. Was the Ugandan knuckles meme. Like what? It's like
Bold. I will give him that. Bold.
like how do they go into the business meeting and they're like, man, we need a new logo for our business. What do we got? Who's got something? And that's the thing that they land on. Like who was in that
everyone's
meeting?
probably like come up short. I reckon it was like the first meeting after New Year's. Everyone's still hungover, and the interns just got it open on his phone. Like,
you're like, we need a new sign by tomorrow. Well, here it is. If you don't have anything else, put it up.
Anything. There's no stupid suggestions.
None. Just go. I feel like that's how they make Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They're just like, like, what's the dumbest thing we can think of? Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Flamboyant porpoise. Fire retardant jack-o'-lantern.
Oh my God.
Blue eyes right retard.
Oh Hal. Oh my God. What was I saying about Spyro though? Before we got on Ugandan knuckles. Spyro. I had a point I was going to say about Spyro.
Something about there not being a fourth yet, or
yeah, I guess that's where we're going. Spyro 4, or I guess there was more than the 3 Spyro games at the beginning. But let's say they were to do,
same could be said about Crash, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say they do a Spyro 4.
Yep.
What would they add? What would they do? Like, how do they change it? Because, like, they did a lot of new stuff with the Crash game. I actually never played it, but I've seen a lot of footage of it, and they made some, like, notable changes. But, like, I don't know. I feel like we're in the era now where bringing back a game like Spyro, and, like, I mean, Crash obviously got it. They understood that now is the time to bring back 3D platformers.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope there's a new Spyro on the horizon. I would love that. Spyro was great.
I wouldn't be surprised, considering like the renaissance that 3D platforms seem to be having at the moment. I mean, you know, Ratchet and Clank came out this year.
It's time for Banjo. It's
Yeah,
time for Banjo. It's time to remake Banjo 1 and 2. That's all. You can make a new one if you want, but it is time to bring back the classics.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean,
No.
he's in Smash. Like they brought back, they reinvigorated the IP.
I would argue that him being in Smash is the catalyst that would cause them to make a HD remake of the original Banjo games. I think that's
my
the
cat
thing.
is eating. What are you doing?
Bruce,
Like-
what are you do? Yeah, go. Yeah, what is he doing? Oh, he stopped.
He was eating the blind. What are they called? The beads? The pulley system that you.
Oh, he was eating the freaking blinds, dude.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm glad that Oliver does. Oh my God, excuse me. I'm just gaseous clay over here. What am I trying to say? Oliver doesn't do that, fortunately.
He doesn't eat things. Bruce eats
doesn't-
everything.
Oliver, when he was a kitten, he was really bad with chords, but one day he just stopped completely and never touched another chord again in his entire life. And I think it's because well, to give you context, I found my speakers with chewed wires, and I assume they were on when he did this. So I think he got a little shocky shock.
Yep.
And then he never
That'll do
touched it again. Oh man! So he doesn't touch like wires or cords or pulleys or anything. Fortunately, sorry about Bruce there.
I mean, Bruce, he's stopped chewing cables, and again, I had to buy another one of these.
Oh
for
yeah.
this for these headphones because he chewed way through it. But similarly, I think I found a charging cable with a small hole in it.
Oof.
Yes, oof, exactly.
Yeah, it's no
I
good.
think it got Bruce and Bruce got shocked. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised.
Yeah.
He
That'll teach him.
eats everything, but he hasn't touched a cord. He hasn't touched a cable in ages, but he will just eat just everything.
Just everything. Oliver does this thing where if you give him food, he never used to be like this either. But ever since we found his favorite food, he will just suck it down, and then he does it so fast he goes and throws up.
Oh my God.
So we have to go slow now.
Yeah. He's
Parse
like the
out his
dogs.
meals.
He's like dogs. You can buy like special dog bowls where it's like got raised lumps in it to stop them from.
Oh
So
yeah.
like the food falls in between the lumps, and they have to like eat it slowly, otherwise.
Otherwise, yeah. So they don't freaking make themselves sick.
Yeah.
God, it's annoying. I'm just glad we have
You just
like hardwood floors now, so it's easy cleanup. Carpet's the worst when you have a cat. Just I mean they're scratching them, they're freaking oh god. And it's not like they don't have enough toys and trees and cat posts and oh my god. Anyway,
always
cats.
the carpet. Or
And
the sofa.
Brooke wants a second one.
Really?
And we're probably gonna get one at some point. Oh my god! Is Bruce ever gonna get a friend?
Actually, he's got one.
He's got one.
Yeah. So my partner has a cat.
Whoa! Where did you go, Hal? Where'd you go?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can. You went silent for like a second there. Your mouth was moving and nothing was happening.
My mouth was flapping and doing the nothing. Okay.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Whoops. Yeah. So my partner's got a cat, 4-year-old little tortoiseshell called Luna.
Aw.
And Bruce bullies her. Well, they bully each other.
Well,
They white because Bruce is about twice the size of Luna, but Luna is a little bit older, so she does the classic big sister thing where she winds Bruce up. And Bruce doesn't know any better because he's a little idiot. He's only one. So he'll go and like sit on her basically, and then she will just yell. The cat version of going and telling on them for yeah. And I watched them do it. Like initially we thought it was like Bruce just being a bully, but it's not. She winds him up.
yeah,
and-
she gets him going and then gets upset when he's like freaking out now.
Yeah.
You can't get the cat riled up and then not like finish playing with it. And so
Exactly. And like we'll separate them because we try not to like helicopter parent them. We separate them, and then put like Luna in the bedroom or something and close the door for a little bit. As soon as we open it, out she pops, goes straight to Bruce, winds him up, and then all you can hear is
and then gets upset
Again.
about it.
fuck do you expect? He's twice the size of you and half as smart. Like,
I'd like to think that cats are smart. I'd like to.
well, I mean, Bruce is a bit of an escape artist, so he's quite smart, but he's also a freaking idiot.
Yeah, I feel like that's all cats. Like they can figure out how to do something really like specific, but then they just like freak out at 3 a.m. and run into the wall. Like, like
That's exactly it. Yeah.
like you're just gonna lose brain cells, man. Like you're gonna make it worse.
Yeah. Like we in the old house that I lived in when he was younger, and it was just before he got deballed. We weren't letting him out, obviously,
Yeah.
and he would figure his way out. He'd open like quite heavy latched windows. He would find a way to open them. And I remember the first time I'd noticed he'd just suddenly kind of like I'd be in my room and he'd just appear and like, why are you wet? How are you wet?
What?
Like,
What the fuck?
why are you soaking wet like a drowned rat? Like, it was raining like 3 hours ago. How has this happened? I remember one morning I woke up, I went down to do some washing, to do some laundry, and perpendicular to the washing machine is this big glass window door to the patio, to outside into the garden. I just looked to my left as I was loading the washing machine, and Bruce is like, "Fuck." Oh, hang on, why is this doing that? Yeah, he's like, like, fuck, rumbled. Like, how are you outside? Everything is locked.
How did you get there? So wait, is Bruce an outdoor cat?
He's not an outdoor cat at the moment. He was in the old place that we had after he got, we're responsible cat parents. We had to remove his testicles before he was allowed out into the world. It's a fair trade.
Yes.
Yes. Where we are at the moment, yeah, exactly.
Got to do that for some humans, I think. Calm down.
You'd hope. You'd hope.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Apparently, it's illegal, and
it's law. Meh.
Yeah, it's 25 years to life if you remove someone's testicles. Apparently.
Hal knows from experience.
But where we're at the moment is, we've not been here for very long. We've only been here for a couple of months. So
Yeah.
I am thinking of letting him out soon. But for now, he is an indoor cat, just so he's, got to lay of the land before we let him out into the world.
I don't trust
Again,
Oliver to
though,
go and learn outside.
Before we move on to Oliver, he's broken out.
Yeah, how does he do that? How does he get out?
No fucking clue. No fucking clue. All the windows are closed.
Hole.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he just finds the secret hole.
Gets help from the squirrels. Squirrels in the wall. I don't know if you have
I
squirrels.
bet Luna lets him out and then closes the window after him because she's a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you don't trust Oliver with the outside.
I don't trust Oliver with the outside at all. I think he would just go out there and immediately die because he's not. He's smart enough, and I think he'd figure it out if he had been doing it for a while. But at this point, he's too much of a pampered prince at this point to go out there. He'd be like, "Where's my bowl? Where's my box? Where's my jingle balls? What is this outdoors and these leaves and the people and the cars?"
Yeah. This is a very big room. I don't like it. It's cold, and I don't. Nothing is fussing me.
Every time we go out the back door to the patio, he's like hovering around, like looking out. He'll never go out, but he'll look out. And I'm just like waiting for the day when he's like, "Oh man, I want to check out this room now." And he goes outside and never comes back. That happened to me once, so I've got PTSD.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Emily, my partner, she's so Luna is a definite indoor cat, which is something we have to work out when Bruce eventually goes out into the world, because he does really well. He's really street smart. But Luna is a definite indoor cat. Sounds quite similar to it's because she won't let Luna out because she's gone through something like 13 cats in her life.
13?
Something crazy like that. It might not be that extreme, but it's definitely double figures.
I mean, even 10 cats is that's too many cats in your lifetime. They're supposed to live 15, 20 years.
Something like that, yeah. Some of them were old age, some of them were freak health conditions, but a couple of them were they left and never came back, or they were out in the middle of the country where there's no cars around and somehow got hit by one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
really,
God.
really unfortunate. A really terrible track record with cats. So she is
Watch out, Luna.
understandably so. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, we because I grew up in Maine, right? So it was all woods. So I was like, cats go out all the time. That's all we ever had was outdoor cats. One of the earliest cats, not the first cat that I had when I was a kid, but like one of the earliest cats that we had when I was a kid, like the second cat, was we literally got him specifically to kill the squirrels in the attic.
Okay.
And like around
Right.
and like mice and whatever rodents. That's literally what he had a job. We were hiring this cat. I mean, we fell in love with him, obviously, and he was amazing, and he lived for a long time. But that's our relationship with cats. Like, it's always been outdoors, like hardcore, like they'll fight something, bring it home, and leave it on the porch kind of cat. And so, and then I ended up getting my own cat when I was like a teenager. And so, of course, my family was just like, oh, yeah, we'll let them out. They'll go out and do their thing. And he would go out. Every time he would go out, he was scared. And, like, I feel so bad. And then one day he just never came back.
Oh, no.
And then we found him. Eventually we found him. I don't know what it looked like. I chose not to put that into my memory. It was found, not by me, fortunately. So yeah, it was sad.
That's distressing.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, and then I met Brooke, and she's like, I want a cat and another cat and a dog and a bunny rabbit, and I'm like, listen, these pets, man, they will die.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
They're a tiny little life that you're responsible for, and if you fuck up, well, you're going to feel it for the rest of your days.
That's too much stress, man. I'm like, no pets. I'm good for a while. That's fine.
Yeah.
Of course, we got Oliver, because I couldn't say no. It's too much of a fluff ball.
But then you probably, I imagine Oliver's like the first cat you've had, like, as an adult, away from the family home, so you're purely responsible for him. There's Brooke as well, obviously, but like between the two of you, you're like, I was gonna say, between the two of them, they're solely responsible for you. This.
So wait. You're saying that Brooke and Oliver are responsible for me?
That's not what I was supposed to say, but that's what came out anyway. And then you made that face.
True,
and it
though.
Strange.
Brooke and Oliver have to take care of me because I'm unstable. I need to pet my cat and.
Yeah. What I meant to say is like that you and Brooke are like solely responsible for.
Yeah.
But like that, Oliver's going to live much longer than any cat or pet you have at home with your family, because as much as like your parents would be like, well, it's your responsibility, you've got to look after it. You slack off once, they come in, and that's it. The status quo is completely changed. You can't slack off with an adult pet. Like,
the other thing is too is there's far less people around here going in and out. Like when you're living in like a farmhouse, essentially, the door's like always open. There's nothing you can do. So it's it's a little different now that we have our own place and we can lock all the doors and.
We have an airlock and they are fantastic.
An airlock?
Well,
like
not a literal
airlock.
Not a literal airlock. Like, you got your front door and then you've got an inner door.
Oh, like a boot room.
I guess. But it's an airlock. Like, you open the outer door, close that, open the inner door. Cats can't get out.
Yeah. It's a boot room.
I mean, I guess my boots are in there.
Yeah, it's a boot room. Or a breezeway.
Now you're just saying words.
No. Trust me when I say that's also called a breezeway.
Nah. It's an airlock.
What I'm describing more accurately describes what you're describing. You're not locking any air out of this room here, Hal, as much as you'd like to be.
I mean, fuck you.
It resembles an airlock. I'm just giving you a hard time.
It's not a way for the breeze to go.
When you open the door, it's a way that the breeze goes.
But the breeze has nowhere to go. It goes in. It's like, oh, well, I can't go anywhere. It's almost like I'm locked in place. Hard being air. Right? I done diddled you.
I'm just gonna waggle my finger at you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do this. No, 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 no. Don't you turn this logic around on me, Hal. When I'm giving you a hard time, you take it like a man.
You take it and don't fight back.
You don't get to give me a hard time. I'm the host. I guess that's the point of a whole thing. When you come on somebody's show, you should be able to give them a hard time. All right.
That's true.
I'll allow it.
Is this turning into between two pines? Or between two shrubs?
Ferns?
Or between two ferns?
Between two ferns. Between two pines. It's like combining between two ferns and seven, Sugar Pine 7. That's the one.
Oh, I was thinking of, was it the Twin Pine Mall from Back to the Future?
Oh, yeah.
That's one
Twin Pines. Yeah. Or, what do they call it? The One Pine Mall.
Yeah.
It turns into the One Pine Mall. Or whatever it is. Dude. Back to the Future is really good. I haven't seen that movie in so long. What's a movie you've seen recently?
Movie I've seen recently?
Yeah. What's a memorable movie from your recent past here?
I don't know if I've seen a film recently.
That surprises me.
I watched that new Zack Snyder zombie film, and that was pretty good.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the Zack Snyder cut of the
Justice
League.
I have not watched that.
Justice League. Bring back Superman's mustache. Where is Superman's mustache?
It was never there.
It was.
Neither was the rest of his face. From there down.
It's all CG. It is, actually. It is actually all CG from that point on. I think you guys had
what am I talking
mustache
about?
during filming.
Yeah. It was because he was doing Mission Impossible 4, 5, 6, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, 6.
How many Mission Impossibles are there? 6? Or
6.
not Mission Impossibles. Never mind. I was going to say Fast and the Furious. I got Mission Impossible and Fast and the Furious backwards in my head just now.
Two very, very different film series.
I've never seen either of them.
Oh, okay.
I have not touched on any of the films in either of those franchises somehow.
Okay.
Or Die Hard, for that matter. That's another one that people are like, you got to watch that for Christmas or whatever, right? That's a Christmas movie now?
That's not a Christmas film.
I don't know. People keep saying that.
Christmas. It doesn't mean it's a Christmas film.
Nah, I think that a film set at Christmas does, in fact, make it a Christmas film. But it's also a lot of other kinds of film. It's not just a Christmas film. It's also like a car chase film and a shooty shoot film and a
What's a film you've seen recently?
Vin Diesel film. I've been watching through all of the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in timeline order, which is the nerdiest thing I've said today. Which is surprising.
Isn't it like 4 or 5 films are in a different place and that's about it?
Yeah, most of them. Yeah, most of them are pretty much in order. Yeah, and then there's just a couple. Like Captain Marvel was like more earlier than that, but even though that came out like super late in the timeline, but that's because Captain Marvel is OP. Can't put her in at the beginning because it would have been over. No, dude, that's the way to watch it. Like, if you're gonna watch any of the Marvel movie, like if you're gonna watch them back to back in timeline order. That was great. That's the first time I ever watched Infinity War and Endgame back to back. We just watched those, so we're pretty much at the end of the timeline actually. And we just watched those back to back for the first. I've never watched them back to back before, and so it was an experience, man. It was an experience.
Yeah, Zack Snyder can suck it. You want like a 4 to 5 hour movie experience. Watch those two together.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, screw DC. Get out of here with your Superman and your Batman and your Aquaman and your Wonder Man, woman.
Nice.
Wonder Woman.
Whoa, Woman.
Wonder Man. Super.
Well, I mean, DC might be back on the up and up though with this the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, what the heck's all that about? Didn't they make a Suicide Squad?
They did. They
not
did.
that long ago. And it was called Suicide Squad.
Well, this is the Suicide Squad.
It's not Suicide Squad 2.
No. Because it's a kind of sequel / soft reboot.
Okay. Maybe did people just not like the other one, I wonder? I liked it.
Oh, it was garbage. It was.
Yeah. I liked it because it was garbage.
Right.
I think I just watched it stoned. I think that was what it was. So I was like, I'm for this. Of course, I'm for anything.
It was awful. It was a terrible, terrible film.
I just like Margot Robbie.
Well, she's back in it. She's in it again.
I've heard good things about the new Suicide Squad, actually.
Well, it's James Gunn, directed by James Gunn, who did
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, exactly.
Oh, dude, I'm so looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm glad he's
What about
back
the
on that
holiday
project.
special?
The holiday special?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yep.
What is that?
Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Where is that? How do I watch that?
Well, it's not out yet.
Oh.
I don't know if it's this year. I think it's the year after next.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Well, yeah, it's the holiday special.
I don't think it's a Christmas movie. I think it's a holiday movie.
No,
There's other holidays than Christmas, Hal. Just so you know.
Okay, well, if you're going to be like that, then yes. Fine.
All right. We're going to wrap this up, but I wanted to ask you one final question, Hal. And then you can plug your stuff, too. I want you to plug your stuff. Actually, plug your stuff now.
Plug it now? You don't ask me the thing first.
Yeah, I'll ask you the thing afterwards. We'll end on that question.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. So, Hal, where can people find you, and what are you working on that you want people to know about? Not that this, this isn't watched by like a ton of people yet, but it might. What?
You did that thing where you started a sentence you didn't know where it was going to go, didn't you?
Oh, that's every sentence.
every sentence. That's just how you talk.
Mm-hmm, yeah. My brain is slow, so my mouth is much faster than my brain. So
I was going to say too fast for your mouth to keep up.
My mouth has its own brain, just like your beard.
Yep. That's how bodies work.
Okay.
Every little bit has its own brain. Anyway,
go follow Hal Dimond. Links in the description to his stuff too. What are you working on right now?
I am. Well, we're. So on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Hal Dimond. I had to remember the URL for a second then. I'm at the moment playing through Skyward Sword HD.
Nice.
And
fuck yeah.
Also, me and my buddy Joe are doing a Pokemon Platinum randomizer, and that's an ongoing thing as well.
Ooh, how far in are you?
No, not Eterna City. What's the one with the punchy punch, Jim?
Oh God,
Jim.
Listen, it has been too long since I played that generation that I don't remember any of the names besides like Driftvale. It's the only one I remember.
I think Driftvale's.
That's like way later. That's like the
5. Anyway,
you're right though.
Yes.
Actually, I just played that game.
yeah, that's Gen 5.
That's probably why I'm thinking of it. It's not even 4 at all. Oh my God, dude. Okay, that's dope. Go follow Hal Dimond. So my question was gonna be, and I'm realizing now how much more relevant that was to the last thing we were just talking about. So I probably should have asked it first, but I was gonna ask you what your go-to Christmas movie was, or holiday movie, whatever. This is an important question, and I will judge you.
I don't think I have one.
No, that's not an acceptable answer. Grinch.
What's yours?
Rudolph.
No.
For me, my go-to Christmas movie.
I bet you're an Elf man.
I do like Elf.
No.
But I do like Elf, but that's not. No.
Right.
It has to be the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. the one where he's the
Right.
Grinch. Because
Gotcha.
one, Jim Carrey's amazing. He never pretty much everything he has ever done. And two, it's such a quotable movie in my family. Like there's so many quotes from that movie. Not so many quotes, but like just like a handful of quotes from that movie that we just share all the time. And I love it. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. So we're just gonna wrap it up now, and say goodbye to the world. Goodbye, world.
Goodbye, world.
Nobody. Yeah.
You were too.
Yeah.
You were.
I do.
I-
Yep. Hey.
Hey.
Hey.